So our business is called Covered, and we've been operating now for about 11 years. We work with architects, designers, homeowners, and builders, where we are importing a material from Japan that it's aluminium, but it looks like timber for things like facades, so the outside of buildings essentially, and for like interior linings. We're very lucky to work with a Japanese supplier. I've known them for about 16 years, and we're now also supplying this product into the US. We have been for about 3 years now, mainly the luxury residential sector. I like to think that we're actually taking a bit of this Australian design aesthetic to the United States, and it's working. But we got to the stage where we were growing fairly well, and the systems were being built, and we've got good CRMs and so forth in place. Kerry's more of the strategic system person, and I'm more of the sales and marketing person. But when you're in a husband and wife team, you need someone that can keep you accountable, because it's very easy just to argue with your wife and your husband about certain topics and certain objectives in the business. You just end up spinning your wheels. So this is why we decided that we need someone like Rill with her experience to come on board and consult with us to really help us to grow the business even further, but to really keep us accountable.
When you were first deciding to bring Real on board, what was that like?
It was really good. Look, I must say I missed a step. We did, after powerful presentations, we did the 9-point program with Real, which is a much smaller, focused group. There's probably only about 12 people. And it was after that we decided to work with Real one-on-one. Yeah, look, part of the 9-point course was building a revenue roadmap for 10 years. And some of the opportunity that was shown in that roadmap was pretty large. So
Yeah.
I guess it demonstrated that, if you want to try to achieve these types of numbers, you can't do it on your own. And, when you're a small business owner aspiring to become a medium business to a large business, it can be very lonely, because you can lean on customers who you get to know and they're a similar size to you or maybe bigger, and they'll give you advice and tips and so forth. But you can only take that so far without, taking advantage of friendship. So what was good about Real is that she's come from construction. She has experience in construction, and she consults currently with quite a large builder in Sydney. So I saw some good synergy there. So we worked on a 3-year vision, and we've been sharing that vision with Real, and she's helping guide us to make sure we stay on track for that. So she's been really good too with helping Kerry as well with respect to Kerry's confidence. Kerry's always been quite confident, but I think she needed that extra little push, to the point now when we're at Creating Wealth, I was almost like a bit of a wallflower compared to Kerry. Kerry was the dominant one of the two. What's good about Real is that her and I are of a similar mindset. We both fancy ourselves as very good salespeople. So she will really challenge me, which is good, because I need that. She'll challenge me on things like numbers. She'll challenge me on, sometimes I'll take an approach that's a lot more conservative than it needs to be. So she'll probe and challenge me on things like that. The 3 months or so one-on-one, but it's also been a lot of the interaction with Money and You, help presentation, 9 points, creating wealth. So, when we go to these events, particularly the last couple, we've really ensured that we participate. It's funny, the Money and You, I was dead against going to it, and it was Kerry's idea, and I felt as though I was being dragged along to it. So I was like a petulant 5-year-old, not wanting to go and kind of stamping my feet and all that kind of rubbish. But it was good that she did.
How is Real different from other mentors, other coaches that you've brought into your business before?
She cares about the people that she works for, and she cares about the business. And there's always, messages between us, between formal interactions. She's always available. So there's that level of care that's really good about Real, and it's genuine.
What would you say to anyone who might be on the fence about working with Real?
You've got to not look at things like, how much you're paying every month. You've got to look at the investment and consider, working with someone like Real, if you're not able to at least grow your sales where you are covering at least double her fee, then you've really got nothing to lose. At the end of the day, it seems like a lot, but when you peel it back and consider that, the reason why you're getting this help to begin with is to grow your business. And also what's been good about Real is that she's allowed us to tap into a very good network of people. So, for example, all of our human resource management now is handled by a company that Real recommended, and they've been fantastic. And she's also encouraged us to outsource our accounting to another company, which again, that occupy probably, I would say, at least 30% of Kerry's time, which is a complete waste of time. The best asset I can offer our business is being out and seeing people. And I was constantly holding back from doing that because I was concerned that we weren't operating the business the way we should be. It really helped me to realise that you shouldn't be doing that. The back end will look after itself. Kerry's got that under control. Get out there and sell something. So, that in itself is worth a lot of money.
How are you feeling about the future now versus how might you have been feeling about the future before you brought Real on as mentor, co-CEO, and really kind of this like strategic visionary partner into your business?
A lot more passionate. Really now determined to get out there and reignite the passion I had when I first started the business. If we get up to the point where Kerry and I are really just purely sales and marketing, we can really achieve what we want to achieve.